Hi, I'm Hugo from Microsoft. Do you want to build adaptive card extensions for Viva Connections and the out-of-the-box templates maybe aren't exactly what you're looking for? Did you know that the Viva Connections Toolkit has some scenarios that you can build from and you can learn from those scenarios? Let me show you how. Within Visual Studio Code, we have the Viva Connections Toolkit extension. And what it does is it adds a button to your toolbar, and when you click that, it opens a pane. You can create a Viva connection project, but we've already covered that in a previous video, so today we'll show create from a scenario. And when you click that, it offers you two scenarios. These are the two scenarios that we have available today. We're hoping that if this is something that you like, we'll be adding new scenarios in the future. The two scenarios that we have right now are, the first one is exposing your line of business application or integrate with your line of business application. The second one is to actually show your Microsoft Graph data in an adaptive card extension. And for each scenario, you can view the scenario in GitHub. But what we're going to focus on today is to use the sample. So if I click on that, it'll prompt me to decide where I want to install that project. And to do that, I'll just create a new folder here. I'll just call this scenario 2. And we'll use the folder and hit select. Okay, now it's going to ask me what I want to call this project. And so because this is my line of business integration, let's call it my LOB integration. And we'll click enter. And so what it's doing now is it's downloading the sample, it's renaming the project as well as replacing any placeholders, and it's launching the terminal with an npm install instance. That's going to download all the dependencies that this project requires. And the amount of time that it takes here depends on how much RAM you have on your computer, as well as your internet speed, because it has to download every single module, and it has to unpack every module onto your computer. Once it's ready, it's telling you that you can run gulp audit, or npm audit, sorry, or you can start running the project. But before we do, we're going to go look at a other extension called CodeTour. And what CodeTour does is it actually allows you to navigate through your code through a pre-recorded tour that will give you kind of all the information about the various parts of the project. So if I click on step number 1, it'll give me the introduction. So welcome, this is how you use this project, and you've got the next button here, so we'll click on that. And when you click next, it's actually taking you to the next part in your code, and it's telling you what you need to do. You can use the previous or back button, previous or next button here, or you can just click on the next button here. But you can actually do that with the steps of the CodeTour displayed while you're editing the code. So as I continue here, step 3, it shows me what I'm supposed to do. It gives me the information. In this case, I'm supposed to be creating an instance of Azure AD. And then the next step is to actually update my state, and so on and so forth. Again, you just need to read the instructions and click on next as you go, requesting permissions in this case, and then showing the data in the way that you need it to be shown in the card view and the quick view. When you're done, it's actually telling you to update your tenant URL. But if you're wondering, what steps you've covered or you didn't cover, you can actually look in the CodeTour. It'll give you a checkbox next to every step that you've followed. So if you need to stop at any point or you need to go back, you're able to do so as well. Well, let's go back to step number 9. If I click next, it's telling you to preview your adaptive card extension, and clicking on preview aids in the workbench will launch the workbench and will launch gulp serve. And that's it. That's all you need to do to create adaptive card extensions using scenarios with the Viva Connections Toolkit. What other scenarios would you like to see? Let us know in the comments. That's it for me.